Hello everybody, Cub fan here with a quick video with some LCS pickups and a Dustin Bellinger contest response on Tell Me a Story. First, just some quick LCS pickups. Went to the local card shop. It's actually not local at all, it's about 45 minutes away. And had a hunkering for some 80's rookie cards I wanted to pick up. I had a couple on my list that I didn't have that I really wanted, so went there and found those in the bargain boxes. So I got some deals, but here's some 80's vintage love for you. First pickup was this 82 Topps Kent Herbeck. Always wanted this one. Like this guy growing up in the 80's. He was really good for the Twins, played for their championship team. Just an awesome rookie card. Picked that up for 50 cents. And then of course had to get some Cub love with the Jody Davis 82 Topps rookie. Once again, I only picked that up for 50 cents. Didn't have this card, and I was really ashamed that I didn't have it, so I just had to pick it up. Big 80s star, all-star for us. Here's one of the ones that was on my list that I really wanted. It was this 81 Topps Harold Baines rookie. Shout out Ground Chuck, Harold Baines love. Just a decent centering, picked that up for $1. I couldn't beat that. Then of course, also with the 81 Topps, had to get the Tim Raines rookie. Actually, when he got elected this year, I was like, oh man, I got to pull him out, and went through my boxes and I didn't have a single one. So I was like, man, I got to get one. So I picked that up for $1 as well. Can't beat it. Hall of Fame, love for $1. And then also picked up this 81 Gibson as well too for $1. Didn't necessarily want this one, but I mean I didn't have it. If you're going to call yourself a rookie card collector, you got to have the 81 Gibson. And then last but not least, this 84 Fleer Darryl Strawberry. Just love this card. I have the Topps, do not have the Donruss. But now I got the Fleer. Love the 80's love. Darryl Strawberry, Mark from Kentucky. Here's one for you. And then last but not least, this was actually a throw-in because they were this card shop's on the square, and they were having trick-or-treaters come through, and they had 2 stacks of the Topps 85 bigs, and of course, they had 2 stacks. They had Ozzie Smith and Ryan Sandberg. And when I was up at the counter checking out, I was like, hey, I don't have that. I said, how much is that? She goes, oh, that's for the trick-or-treaters. If you want one, just take one. So, got the 85 Topps. This thing is huge. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably find a spot for it in the binder, but I didn't have this. And I'm not a big fan of the bigs because they're just, storage issues and things of that nature. It just makes it real tough to do. Now on to Dustin Bellinger's contest response. He said for his 100 subscribers, he said tell him a story. Pick out an item in your collection and tell a story. And I like telling stories, so I thought I'd do a quick response on that. But this one is like a hindsight is 2020 story. Growing up in the 80's, and it wasn't until about 88, 89 that I actually really had to focus on what I was collecting and started noticing players and stuff. Before that, it was just quantity. You just, as many cards as you can get, and collect the teams and put the guys with the teams together, and then you started to notice some of the names, but you didn't really pay too much attention. Then as you got a little bit older and started watching baseball, you started paying attention. But this was winter of '89. Cubs just won their division. Was beat out by the Giants in the championship series. But we had several rookies, several guys that were pretty hot in those days. And I went to a card show at the Orlando Outlet Mall, and I had some, allowance money and stuff like that. So I was, buying cards and stuff. I was 13 years old, and I came down to my last $2, and I was having a real conundrum of what it was that I wanted to get. And at the time, Will Clark was real hot as well too, and so I had a choice. I had $2 left, and I was at a dealer table, and he had 2 cards. He had a 87 Donruss Will Clark rookie that I was looking at real hard, or he had a 89 score traded Jerome Walton rookie. And so the Cub fan in me won out, so I spent my last $2 on this Jerome Walton. And, years later, I wish I would have got the Clark, but now as an adult, I don't, I have plenty of the Will Clarks, and you can still pick those up for real cheap, $1 or 50 cents sometimes. But you can't pick up the story of passing on Will Clark for Jerome Walton. And for about a year, this card was about as hot as they could get. And now it's not worth the paper it's printed on. But there's my story. Jerome Walton, rookie card. Gonna be a Hall of Famer. Or maybe not. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.